Welcome to the sermon. I'm your host, Duff McKean. Once I got off Fruity Pebbles, I was symbolically disconnected from my soul in a sugar rush haze of amnesic proportions. And now I've found myself as I am. Starseed, intergalactic, inbred, spiritualist of the human era. I have evolved just enough to make it to this place. Now I can become something else. Reality is different for different people. I can't handle it or I haven't experienced it. Or I can't handle it because I haven't experienced it. So where do you put any meaning and perspective? I know that I'm afforded the ability to find it myself, to create it myself. That is a luxury of life, a gift. That's Godhood. Because I know that for me, I know it true of others. And to limit myself to judge is not my game. So I just seek it for myself and allow others to do the same. Polarization is magnification, locked in to a circuit to know it. There's the past, the future, and the now. We can't see a future without the purity of what we've grounded from the past. So we obfuscate, we are too close. That's where you step out of Virgo into the ignorance of the process, which is cycle, which is your season, Aquarius. The embodied spirit in motion, allowing for the fool to fall into the flow, the natural flows. Maybe you could call it Wu Wei. So imagine a foundation of a sense of self and how you feel through what you do. We delegate our relation to existence through obfuscated projections, mental spheres. We must communicate verbally and through shared symbolics, perfected into consensus, communal logics, laws, rules, systems, beliefs, dramas, higher construct expressions of communal psyche. The foundation from which we can fruit ourselves, cultivate, value, and release, transmute friction, karmas, dharmas, all this stuff. So embodying the Fool's journey, realizing this toil of life, it's the theosis of your spirit to bloom. And what you do with it is reciprocal of a reflection of where your perspective is held. Are you into the polarized perfection of the myopic dreams, refining something that was so nebulous into a pure form and losing yourself in the process, being of service to it rather than being in service to the self to be in service to it? So these are the times where we can realize how valuable a life lived can be for us. So processes which bring us to that kind of awareness are underway. They've been underway your whole life. But now the feelings have a language, and it is it's the process. You're not always aware. I mean, when you listen to a song, you lose the drum beat at some points. You lose the melody at some points. There's hidden melodies. And you find those from within. That's the Scorpio to Aquarius square. You know, the soul is bringing a spirit into flame. Feeds the spark of new creations. And all that energy brings this gravity, which becomes the structures, the forms, the elementalized expressions we can all project iconic power into of this poetry of life. So forget who you think you are and become who you might be. It's not a gospel, it's a koan. You need to find living language. Otherwise you become static replication. The icon, if it's the purity of who you are, the value of your compassionation process is iconic possession. You hold it deep within yourself. Everything else is a reminder. And we get pulled into the sways of these melodies and we're realizing. And so you can create your own melody. We are dynamic. So the Uranian stream in the Piscean dream, this draws the Virgo spirit into bloom, into motion, authentic motion, without the replicated cube sacrifice. Ultimately. So let your sacrifice be your example and live it to the best you can, and then you will have much greater influence and do greater deeds, because they won't be replicated possession, they'll be through the natural act of co-creation with existence. That's the heaven to earth ritualization of life. How you find it, you will realize it. So it's a motivational energy. Alright, well, thanks for watching, listening, and being.